We are live. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a good start to your afternoon. So today it is Tuesday, May 6th, and we have AMD reporting earnings today. So I asked if you guys wanted me to go live. There's enough of you that actually personally DM'd me and that told me about, since I missed the Sunday Stock Talk, you guys wanted me to go live. So very happy to do it. Thank you guys again for showing up. Hopefully, again, you can consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. For those that do not know, AMD is reporting earnings. Again, earnings get reported every single quarter. There's the earnings report and then the earnings call. Earnings report comes out shortly after the market closes, sometimes instantly, and then there's an earnings call about 1 hour to 1 hour and a half after the market closes, which is where pretty much they give their guidance. What happened last quarter, what's going to happen, and what is what's to come in the up and coming quarters. AMD has been a struggling company performance-wise in the stock market, but if you look at its performance based off of what it reports versus what is expected, its earnings per share and its revenue tends to be on target, but the market, in comparison to NVIDIA, the market just does not like AMD. It has an expectation of 94 cents per share for its EPS and $7.11 billion in revenue. If we compare this to where it's currently at right now, again, not really surprised that it's beginning to somewhat retrace. It's beginning to de-risk right before markets close because it's set to report earnings, right? Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's SMCI. SMCI is set to report earnings today after the market closes. Normally, SMCI does a terrible job reporting earnings on time. Hopefully, it can change that unhealthy habit, but we'll see if it actually does. If it delays its quarterly filings, get ready for SMCI to drop. I'm not going to really focus on SMCI since that's not what the live stream is about, but there we go. AMD dropping like an absolute rock right before. There we go. What's up? What's up? How we doing? How we doing? It's finally AMD's time to shine. We'll see. Because again, if you look at the overall performance for AMD, this thing has been selling off since the peak of 2024. Lower highs, lower lows. Again, I like to not just give my opinion, but I like to show you that. This is what I mean. It's been a struggling company when it comes down to its stock performance. Based off of expectation, it's been doing just fine. So we'll see what actually gets reported. There it goes. Market is officially closed. So sit back, relax, and let's watch the market react. I do appreciate you guys tuning on in. Again, if it's not too much to ask, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. One thing I'll do very quickly is I'm actually going to turn down the ads to conservative. So making sure that it's a little bit more on the lighter side. I want to make sure that we catch it live. So here we go. AMD currently trading at $98.65 after market hours. Let's see. What do you guys think? What's going on, Justin? What's up, brother? Lamine Yamal Masterclass coming. Hoping for it. All right. Nothing yet. Both SMCI and AMD still yet to report. Sometimes it takes about 5 minutes. Sometimes it's instant. AMD to the moon. Again, it has just been a common trend for AMD to drop hard. Steven, are you talking about the day trader tank top? Is that what you're looking for? Because if so, we're pressing them. They get shipped out today, tomorrow, and the following day for all those that have placed a day trader tank top order. Oh, there we go. I like it. Yeah, if you guys haven't placed it and you guys want a tank top, it's the 4th link in the description down below. They're only 19 bucks. Perfect time for the summer. Here it goes. Testing previous support range. We could see here AMD testing lows of $98. What do we think? Bullish or bearish? Let's see. Just let me know. Inter Milan. Hey, how do I ban people from the channel again? What about the Fed meeting tomorrow? The Fed meeting is most important. AMD, I personally don't trade AMD. I just asked just because I missed the Sunday stock talk this week because of my travel. If you guys wanted me to go live today for AMD. It's not as big of a company as the Magnificent Seven, but a lot of people have been asking the question about investing into AMD because it's been so oversold. So, Visca Barca. What does Visca mean?
That's
like Viva? Like kind of? No? No?
It's like their Barca slogan thing.
Okay. Hey, did you have fun in Montreal? I was only there for 12 hours, but it seems like the guys had fun. How was New York? It was okay. Not my city. It's dirty. Not the environment I prefer to be in, but hey, to each their own, right? Ricky, I messaged you when you were in Montreal. I know, man. I got a few messages. I was only there for a few hours, so I tried to hang out with the Bachelor. Gotham City, bro. That's why I left. Yeah, dude, it's wild. It's so expensive there. That people choose. Again, preference, right? Some people might like that type of lifestyle. I'm not here to dog it. Nice retracement here on SMCI so far. AMD beginning to show signs of a possible recovery. Is that what it's looking like? All right, we should see it any minute now. Normally it's around 5 minutes after the market closes. We'll see it by an instant reaction. So, all right. This thing better hurry up because the second half of this game is about to start. SMCI. Ooh, SMCI down 1, 2, 2.2. What is it down? 0.73. I think SMCI is a terrible company. It's a terribly ran company. Let me rephrase that. The CEO is absolute trash. I think they need to restructure, a new CEO, someone to take and realign everything because it looks like it has potential. It really does. Yep, down 3.3% on SMCI. Are you surprised? Once again, showing that it's just a terribly ran company. The last time it reported earnings, boom, huge drop because it failed to report on time. I'm not too sure what's causing it to drop as of right now. There's a lot of people that are very heavily invested. It is showing signs of a possible support at lows of 30, but we'll see if that continues. Dude, is AMD earnings out yet? What the heck's going on? Come on, buddy. Ain't nobody got time for that. Got to see Lamine Yamal score a quick 2 on Inter Milan. Down 3% on SMCI. Love to see it. But I know none of you guys care about SMCI. I'm lagging? Huh? I should be good. Let me close out this. I should be good. All right, looks like a lot of you guys are saying bullish on AMD. In that case, I'll short it. Just kidding. Just kidding. There it goes. SMCI down 4%. Look at that. Absolute piece of shit company. Terrible. You guys remember when I called SMCI an overvalued piece of shit company? It was one of the first companies that I called out. It's when I started that whole kind of like idea of calling out terribly ran companies. And it was when SMCI was pumping for no reason because NVIDIA was running and NVIDIA had all its business, right? It was partnered with SMCI, but again, SMCI was getting ahead of itself. Everyone's like, you're just jealous, you just don't understand the business. Where are you people now, right? From MSTR to SMCI to calling out Tesla when it was running up to $4.80 per share. Stock is down 74%. I hope you guys did your part in cutting losses because, again, it's unfortunate to see that this stock has so much potential, yet it's being ran to the ground because of a terrible CEO. Look at that, down 6%. Has SMCI reported? Because if so, I want to laugh real quick. Oh, what the? Wait. Has it delayed? What's going on here? SMCI is down 7.5%. They delayed it, huh? They delayed it. They had to. Let me see. Oh no, they released. Yeah, they missed on both. Investing.com is just lagging. There it goes. Okay, no, they actually beat earnings per share. This is an adjusted earnings per share because I see everywhere else that it was 41 cents. 41 cents, well, it came in at 31 cents. Revenue came in lower than what was expected. So at least they reported on time. Maybe that's going to be a big win, right, for SMCI. At least they're doing something now that they weren't doing before. I know that's how the market likes to look at it. They're always looking for excuses to pump up stocks. And if you think that sounded salty, it was. You understood my intention. Okay. For all those that are shorting SMCI, I just want to remind you, again, I'm all for shorting this piece of shit company. Don't get me wrong. Just remember, the focus is to not be greedy, just like all those that ran it up to $122 per share and bag held all the way down. Know when to take profits. As we're approaching a previous support range, it doesn't matter how much you want to make. What matters is what the market is telling you, right? It's technically it's an oversold range. It's not that SMCI can't continue to sell off. It's that it tends to find a support here. I'm just making you aware. At the end of the day, you're an adult. You can do whatever it is that you want. I'm just making you aware this is normally where it tends to find its support. The reason I share this with you is, of course, I want to see you make money, but I want to see you keep it, not just make it, screenshot it, and post it without locking it in, like all those crypto bros, right? Again, do your part in making that money and bouncing.
Offside. You good. Offside.
They're losing it, bro. Crybaby Ricky. What are you bag holding, brother? Is it SMCI? I'd be mad too. I'd be mad too. Where's AMD at? Nothing yet for AMD. What's your take on PLTR's nosedive? What's up? I'm live, yeah. It's all good. What's my thoughts on PLTR's nosedive? We talked about it in today's earlier video. Talking about how PLTR loves to get ahead of itself. It's an incredibly well-run company, no question about that. It's an incredibly bullish company. It would be hard to ignore that. But the idea is that when it runs so hard leading up to a major earning report, and although it beat and exceeded expectation, it's the buy the rumors, sell the news. Okay, it reported, great, now we dump. People are taking profits. And this is where new investors kind of not get taken advantage of, but you have to understand that if we look at, let me see if I have time, yeah. When you look at PLTR, and we pull it up here very quickly, it's trading at an insane PE ratio. The PE ratio for PLTR is over 630 times of what it actually produces. So you just have to be okay with paying a premium to own the stock. If you're not okay with that, then don't buy it, right? I've shared this on my Instagram many times. There's no question that you can make money investing in overvalued companies. The idea is, can you tolerate the downturn? Because the more overvalued it becomes, the harder it falls during a downturn. And we saw that firsthand. We saw that with PLTR. We saw that when markets began to retrace, it's the overvalued companies that sold off 40 to 50%. And PLTR lost about 46% within a very short period of time. Don't get me wrong, again, still an incredibly bullish company, but overall just very overbought. All right, still waiting for AMD. One more minute. Let's see, 1:15. Thank you. I got burned. LOL. I'm sorry to hear that, Brandon. And again, you got burned as of right now. PLTR is such a bullish company that it finds any reason to recover. The biggest thing that I love to remind people that are just getting started is a guy actually just messaged me. He's like, I actually do so much better when I go in with a lighter position and I just hold for a number of days. You pretty much give the stock a little bit more time, pretty much conviction, right? You truly give the stock time to form its direction. And that's not always possible within just the few hours that the market's open within the day for day traders. And some people are not wired to be day traders, right? Some people perform better as swing traders or investors, and that's completely fine. And here it goes. You guys were right. Look at that. 56% of you said bullish, and you were right for now, right? Wow. Wow. Watch for a retracement. Watch for a retracement. Dude, this is the part that's insane about something like AMD. Looks like PLTR is trying to recover. Oh!
No way.
Beautiful push on AMD. SMCI trying to recover. Watch for lower highs here. AMD, let's look at what they reported. Wow. Beat both earnings per share and revenue, but they've done this in the past before, right? They've exceeded expectation. They actually exceeded expectation by a little bit more. 4.64% of a surprise. They produced 7.44 billion in the Q1 of 2025 when the expectation was 7.11. There has to be more to it though. This is a pretty significant push. They probably have really good guidance for. I'm happy to see this. I am, because again, I mean, it's tough. I'm a big NVIDIA fan. Finally, as NVIDIA sold off, I was really happy because I was able to invest in it, right? Selfishly. But I kept seeing everyone talk about AMD, like what's going on with AMD, what's going on with AMD, and AMD just continued and continued to drop. So it's nice to see it kind of like not earn some respect, but nonetheless, it's nice to see it do well. I'm not gonna lie though, this is a really, really strong push. I just want to, again, I'm always just doubting the ability for it to hold, especially because it's such a consistently bearish stock. But again, maybe this time it is different. Maybe it's not, right? So I guess it all comes down to what you can tolerate. An incredible push, 7.44%. Last time it traded up here, it then got rejected and sold off to lows of 80, right? On that significant downturn. That was obviously when tariffs came into play. Damn, dude. They're just picking on him. I know. Overbought reversal forming on AMD. NVIDIA should go up 6% too if AMD does. That's not how it works. It'll have a positive reaction to a positive response, but it's not going to be up the same amount. If any time a stock responds the same way that another stock does, whatever stock is reacting that is not correlated to the earning report is overhyped up. That's always what it is. It's always these bullshit stocks that get positive. Hell yeah. Fuck that other team. My apologies. Nothing. Beautiful. Excuse me. Yeah, my apologies. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to wait for a setup here. I think we have a pretty good overbought reversal setup. I'm going to keep my LPP team up to date on, I think I might consider opening a short if we get confirmation of an active drop. Again, it's 100% my opinion. Do not copy me. Again, unlike crypto bros, I don't need you to agree with me. I don't care if you do. If you want to go long, please go long. Your trade doesn't affect mine. Mine doesn't affect yours. AMD is just an incredibly bearish stock. It's been bearish for the past year and a half. It doesn't mean that it has to always continue to be bearish. It's just like I wouldn't be surprised if that sentiment continues, especially with the market being overbought and also retracing. I think that the environment that it's going to give AMD is not very bullish. So because of that, I would entertain the idea of opening a small short on something like AMD to be able to capture some of that retracement. That's my trade, not yours. I like to explain my thought process though. So other than that, SMCI is trying to recover even after missing earnings. Again, this does not surprise me because it's a terribly ran company and it's a bunch of Reddit traders that want to buy into this stock. Doesn't surprise me at all. I don't like trading SMCI because of how volatile it is and how it simply doesn't make sense. Again, to each their own. If you like trading those kind of stocks, be my guest. If you choose to prefer to not expose yourself to that kind of volatility, then just be aware of it, right? That's all we can do as traders. But other than that, I'll make sure I do my part in keeping you guys up to date. I had a lot of fun today. One of the stocks that I had a lot of fun shorting today is HIMS. HIMS, in my opinion, is an incredibly overvalued, overhyped up company. And it just means that you're simply paying a premium to buy it and own it at these levels. If you see, HIMS went from highs of $72, almost $73, and when it retraced, it lost about 65% of its value when the market began to retrace during the trade war. This is a great example of when hype is present. There's nothing wrong with partaking the hype on the rally if you have the intention of taking profits and understand the downside risk. If you think that it's actually a good deal at this price level, again, it is trading at a multiple to what it actually produces. This is not just because of what it's projected to do, but it's because, again, it's just an incredibly overhyped up stock. But if you want to buy it at these levels, please be my guest. Just know the risk it comes with, okay? So I hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session. I'll make sure that I keep you guys up to date if you're part of the LPP team when it comes down to if I end up opening a short on AMD. Just so you can see right now, no open position. I'm not eager to do it. I've already exceeded my daily goal for the day, shorting PLTR and HIMS and my small short on Tesla. So I had fun with you guys today. I hope to see you for tomorrow's FOMC rate decision, where the Federal Reserve is going to decide if they're going to be raising, pausing, or cutting interest rates. There's a really high probability that the Federal Reserve is going to pause tomorrow once again. And again, in my opinion, the market will most likely de-risk leading up to that pause, because the market is desperate and the market is eager for the Federal Reserve to start cutting rates. Please be very careful for those that are buying into the hype with AMD, especially if markets do begin to de-risk. Remember, if overall markets begin to fall, it gives the environment for other companies, regardless of the positive news that they might have recently experienced, to also fall as well. It's all about conditions and environment. So wish you guys nothing but the best. Hope that we're in the thumbs up. Hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session. That's that second link in the description down below. And what was that word? It was something Barcelona. Yeah. Hopefully Barcelona wins. We're watching the game right now. Yeah. I don't speak that kind of Spanish. I'm more of the Viva Mexico Spanish. So I appreciate you guys' time. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. Hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.